All right, so today I'll be talking about chapters 4 and 5 from the Gibbons text. I'll just be pointing out the major takeaways I got from the text. First, in chapter 4, she started talking about the differences between spoken and written language and how we can see these differences as a continuum. So, less formal spoken language, I can rely on context clues around me. If I'm having a conversation with someone, I can take for granted that they can also see the surroundings. They also hear what I hear. They know exactly the situation I'm in. If I'm writing something down, that has to be a lot more. I have to provide a lot more additional information. I can't just say, look over there. I would have to say, over in the corner of the room was a blue lamp, or whatever happened to be the case. Also, she talks towards the end of the text about building academic language by using language that students are already comfortable with. So, introducing topics using language that the kids already understand, put in an easy term, and then gradually building upon that with new language over the course of time. So instead of just bombarding them with a bunch of new language and they're all confused, it's more beneficial to introduce easy things, elementary words that they already know, and then gradually start introducing new things that we're going to be talking about. And then in chapter 5, she talks about the differences between genres of literature. So the difference between poems, songs, essays, speeches, and how they affect each culture and how they're valued in each culture. So, and how the different structures of them, and getting students to realize the difference between what language you would use when you're writing a poem versus if you're talking about a persuasive speech. Another thing they talked about was narrative versus argument. So a narrative piece is more of me telling basically a first-hand account, a story, what was going on, and the argument piece is like a persuasive essay where I'm trying to get people to see my point of view and basically agree with me. Another thing that they talked about was the teaching and learning cycle. So the teaching and learning cycle is basically introducing language to students while we're also teaching them subject matter. So we could be on a history lesson and I could be introducing new language to them through the context of history instead of just having them sit down in English class and be like, this is a definition for this, this is a definition for this, this is a definition for this. A benefit of this is we can see where their strengths are and where their weaknesses are. So if they're very strong in understanding what's going on in history and they just don't understand and they're having problems with vocabulary, we know it's an English problem more than actual conceptual understanding of the history unit we're talking about. All right, thank you.